Any of you recently taken a look at Canadian politics and thought, what the hell is going on here? Bottom line is, Canadian politics right now is a shit show. And we're going to be talking about it over some tea. And my broken glasses. And my sick voice. But that's okay, because I can still rant. Okay, let's talk about something real here for a sec. Do you guys ever wonder why we can't get it together, like, as a country? Like, you ever feel like we're just stuck fighting over the wrong things? Like, every single election is like a pick-a-fighter situation, and you got Quebec on one side trying to make sure that they can still veto every federal decision, just in case Ottawa wants to force them to speak English at a hockey game.
Thank you, Heather. So I'm happy. Non, je vais y aller en français, moi.
And then there's liberals. Well, they'll just throw another carbon tax at us and hope we don't notice. But that's a conversation for another day. And yes, I put that much sugar in my tea. And don't get me started on the Freedom Convoy protest in 2022. My water's ready. Ottawa was ground zero that fateful day. Like, there was literally a protest for the protest. Like, there was a protest protesting the first protest. What?
Party atmosphere.
Verbally and physically assaulted staff for trying to enforce the very public health rules.
Like, seriously, what's without a division? I mean, Canada's supposed to be a peaceful country, the place where we all get along, right? But the truth is, we're super polarized. Our choices are becoming even more extreme. The left hates the right, and the right, well, let's not even talk about the right. And before anyone starts yelling at me, I get it. Polarization isn't a Canadian-only problem. I mean, look at the U.S., and we know their situation. But we're not different. And honestly, Canada's doing just as bad right now. Aristotle would be disappointed. No, actually, like, Aristotle probably wouldn't even recognize us. We got people more divided than ever, fighting over everything from climate policies to vaccine mandates. And you know what? It's all because of one thing: polarization. Everything has become so extreme, and it's literally making it impossible to have a civil conversation. If you got a friend that's team conservative, there's no way they're going to agree with you who's a team liberal. So the easiest way to resolve that problem is to block them and never speak to them again. And here's where it gets fun. Or not, depending on who you ask. The media is doing its best to fuel the fire. I mean, you got political commentary channels turning everything into a soap opera. It's like watching political Big Brother, and it's not as fun. But here's the kicker. The more we polarize, the more we divide ourselves into these echo chambers where we all just yell, I'm right, no, I'm right, and forget that we're all in this together. Yeah, we're all in this together. I mean, it's not like we're making international decisions to save the world. Like, nah, we're just stuck fighting over smaller things, like whether to take a bike lane away for more parking spots while there are 12,000 people on Toronto streets, homeless, on any given night. Yep. It could be on a Thursday. I know. So yeah, I get it. It's hard to find common ground these days, and sure, maybe we've all got our own opinions, but at the end of the day, isn't that what democracy is all about? Like, it's not supposed to be a us versus them mentality, but it's about finding ways to talk and listen and maybe, just maybe, agree to disagree.